Yeah, g'day. Welcome to part 2 of 3 survival camping videos that I'm making. The storm's still raging outside. I'm now going to discuss the contents of my survival pouch, which I showed in the last video. Part of a old Alice rig. Up in the top there I've got a bundle of spare guy line, 15 meters. Always carry that with me, rather handy to have. And inside, in a plastic bag, I've got the survival gear itself, which I'll get out. And now we run through the contents. The first thing is a survivor kit made here in New Zealand. It's got 20 items in it. It's quite literally the size of an old automotive puncture repair kit, because that's exactly the box that they put it into. The next thing, reflectorized survival blanket. Very handy. This is the third one I've purchased because I've had to use the other ones in the past. This little thing here is just a travel poncho. It costs like about $3. Very lightweight plastic, fold up very small. One size fits everybody, except for my 5-year-old daughter. We had to tie it up around her so she wasn't walking on it, but it does the job for keeping the rain off. Got half a candle, not so much for light, having illumination, because out in survival situations a candle's not going to be particularly good for giving you light, but it is good for helping start a fire. You can get the candle lit, it'll burn quite nicely, better than a match. You can get the fire going there. And while we're on the topic of fire, I have some rubber strips, just 3 scraps of rubber. Those are my fire lighters. They're better, in my opinion, than a lot of the commercial fire lighters, because a lot of the commercial fire lighters are quite porous and won't survive a dunking in a river. Whereas this, you can soak this for 3-4 weeks in water, pick it up, wipe the excess water off, light it with a match or a cigarette lighter, and it will burn very harshly and for quite a long time. Quite long enough to get a fire started. These are just 3 bits of scrap rubber that I had around the place. I cut them down to small manageable size. You could chop up an old blown inner tube from a bicycle tyre, and that would last you for fire lighters for years. Compass. This is a silver compass, the old Type 3. I think the modern equivalent's called the Explorer. It's got the bezel on the top of it, rotating bezel for taking compass bearings. It's got the magnifying glass, and it's got inches and millimeters on it. I understand the latest ones actually have declination angles printed on them as well. Water purification tablets, quite a few of them, always handy to carry in case you need to drink water that you can't trust and don't have time to boil it. A reel of fishing line. There are hooks in the survival kit itself and a small amount of fishing line. I decided to bring along a bit extra fishing line just to be on the safe side. Little folding magnifying glass. Handy for a lot of things, including, if it's a sunny enough day, lighting a fire. A shepherd's whistle, because if you're lost You can scream yourself hoarse, or you can blow away on a whistle, which takes a lot less effort, can be heard a lot further. You can even practice your tuneful blasting out of SOS. Whetstone in a little wee pouch, sharpening the knife if need be, an indelible marker pen, great for leaving notes to your would-be rescuers, because you are remembering your rescuers, are you not? When you are going away, you're leaving marking a trail for them by putting rocks down or whatever. You can even write on the rock, I've gone this way, I need medical assistance, whatever. Last, my match safe, just a 35mm film canister. No, that's nothing illegal in the foil there. I wasn't stupid enough to put the striker unexposed in with the matches, so I wrapped the striker up in foil so that it won't accidentally rub against the matches when it's being shaken around in my pack. These are waterproof matches. The striker is from the box that they came in, so it should be fairly waterproof anyway, and it's inside a plastic film canister. And that's basically the contents of the survival pouch itself. So with the rest of the equipment on my belt and in my pockets, I should be able to survive for a considerable time in the bush fairly easily. The next video is going to cover a survival pack that I carry that has a few other essential or extremely useful items in it, and that also is kept separate from the main pack and is carried at all times whenever possible. So I'll see you in the next video.